What's going on, baseball fans? So in this video, I'm going to go over some pitchers that could have big breakout seasons this year. At number 5, I have ELIESER Hernandez. Starting off my list is probably the most far-fetched one of them all, ELIESER Hernandez. His numbers last year may not have looked great, but this is a name you should look out for. It was his first season with the Marlins, and those numbers were pretty forgettable, in which he threw about 82 innings, going 3-5 with a 5.03 ERA. However, let's dig a little deeper, and we'll see that he was actually not as bad as it seems. Touting a fastball that sits around 91 to 93 with some movement, as well as a solid slider and changeup, Hernandez had some pretty decent advanced stats. He ranked 31st in barrels per plate appearance, 35th in exit velocity, and he ranked top 20% in hard hit ball percentage. He also ranked 26th in xwOBA, which suggests the quality of contact combined with his strikeouts and walks painted a better picture. As of right now, he's only 25 years old, but in a Marlins organization that looks to be on the rise, he could get some attention this season. At number 4, I have Adrian Houser. This could also be a name that not many people have heard of, but you should probably get to know Adrian Houser. In his career so far, he spent most of his time in the minor leagues, only making appearances in the majors back in 2015 and 2018. Last year, though, he finally found his footing in the major leagues. After coming out of the bullpen initially, he was eventually moved to the starting rotation, where he performed very well. For the year, he pitched 111 innings, with 18 of his 35 appearances being starts. He went 6-7 with a 3.72 ERA and 117 strikeouts, which averaged to be about 9.5 strikeouts per 9. While that 3.72 ERA may seem a little high, the advanced stats paint a better picture. If we look at his xERA, which only accounts for runs given up based on the quality of contact made against him along with strikeouts and walks, it was a 3.41 compared to his 3.72 ERA. He was also not very easy to hit, considering he ranked 11th in barrels per plate appearances and 11th in exit velocity average. With a full season under his belt and at only 27 years old, we could see him take a step forward this year and maybe have a breakout season. At number 3, I have Brandon Woodruff. Up next is another name you probably didn't expect to see, and Adrian Houser's teammate, Brandon Woodruff, who in my opinion is very underrated. Toting a fastball, sinker, slider, and a changeup, Woodruff is very hard to hit. He ranked 3rd in exit velocity last year, as well as 2nd in barrels per plate appearance. He also ranked 22nd in xwOBA, suggesting he was one of the better pitchers in terms of quality of contact, strikeouts, and walks allowed. Overall, in 2019, in about 122 innings pitched, he went 11-3 with a 3.62 ERA, but his FIP was a 3.01, suggesting he pitched much better than what his ERA says. He also struck out 143 batters and only walked a little over 2 batters per game, which ranked in the top 25% of pitchers that threw at least 120 innings. The Brewers will definitely have a chance at the postseason this year, with Woodruff leading the way. Like his teammate Houser, he's only 27 years old, so if he can take a step forward as well, it's very possible that he could also have a breakout season. At number 2, I have Frankie Montas. This is an interesting one, considering he was suspended for 80 games last season due to testing positive for PED use. But make no mistake, Frankie Montas is the real deal. In 2019, among pitchers with at least 250 batted ball events, he ranked 1st in barrels per plate appearance, 15th in exit velocity, and he also ranked 12th in xwOBA. Overall, in 96 innings pitched in 2019, he went 9-2 with a 2.63 ERA, a 1.11 WHIP, and just under 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. If he pitched a full season last year with those kind of numbers, there's a very good chance he could have come up in the Cy Young conversation. This year, though, he's on a very good A's team, and I wouldn't be surprised to see his name come up in Cy Young talks. At number 1, I have Luis Castillo. Coming in first on my list is Luis Castillo, and this guy was downright nasty last year. He was hard to hit, considering he ranked 4th in barrel per plate appearance and 13th in exit velocity. He also ranked 10th in xwOBA, which shows that based on the quality of contact he was giving up combined with his strikeouts and walks allowed, he was very effective. In 2019, he finished with a 15-8 record, a 3.40 ERA, a 1.14 WHIP, and a strikeout per 9 rate of over 10.5 that ranked 13th. On a Reds team this year that is better offensively, he should be able to get some good run support. The Reds defense could be a bit weaker this year with the addition of Nick Castellanos, but if they can do well, it could make Castillo a potential Cy Young candidate. So those are some pitchers that I'm going to look out for this year. Tell me down below in the comments, are there any other pitchers that we should look out for this year? But that's all I got for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.